Hi everyone. Today we've got the LD kit laid out on the table for you to see in a bit of an easier format for me to describe. So what we got going on here, our control box. So inside this is all the brains of the bike, the controller, the solenoid, and the things that make it work. This is actually the shape of and sits in the same place as the LD petrol tanks. So you can see we went for the same sort of shape. And if you want, you can paint this the color of your bike, the plastics. There are two versions of the actual control box, you see, because there are actually two versions of petrol tanks in the range of LD. So early LD was this longer, thinner shape here. This is Mark 1 and Mark 2 LDs from like 51 to 56, 57 almost. But then in 57, 58, the very last of the LDs, you've got this shape of petrol tank, which attaches differently, and it's a different sort of shorter, fatter one. So we had to make the two versions to fit all the LDs from 51 to 58. And in fact, French LDs and South American LDs went on until 62. But they'll use these two tanks. And that's the only difference, these two. The actual swinging arms are all the same. So that will fit all LDs and D models from 51 right through to 62 in those French and the South American ones. Now, we've also added the suspension. Now, the suspension is from eye to eye, center of the eyelid to eyelid is 280. That's 28 centimeters. And we'll provide two of these that are fully adjustable for you to set at whatever you want. You can, of course, buy your own suspension on the internet, online, wherever, and get a better or harder or whatever. And replacements are readily available because that 280 is a very universal length, and it's twin shock here on the rear. And you have this wonderful large extra range battery. So this is our new extra large battery. It was really only made for LDs, but it does fit all the LIGP range. And this is 72 volt, 50 amp hour, and that equates to more or less 50 miles in range, used, easily in and around town. Now it's a nice fast 72 volt battery, does up to like 60 miles an hour. Not that an LD really needs to do 60, but you have that actual great acceleration and speed on the 72 volt battery. You still get your Teflon line cables that it provide with it, like the rear brake, the throttle, and the clutch, which becomes like a safety switch. So those three Teflon line cables we provide just to help, make the operation of the cables you still use really smooth. They do need to be nice and smooth. And you still get your LED headlight bulb and the tail light bulb and brake light bulb. This is a very intricate swinging arm, which is actually, this is the swinging arm which moves. And the front one is an actual anchored piece, which is anchored to the body of the bike with the original engine bolt. Now again, like it's all our electric kits, the electrics is really simple. This here 6-pin socket actually goes into your TPS box, and that's for your throttle and your safety switch. That's all that is, 6 wires are. This is your 12 volt power, and again, just taps into the existing harness that you have, which is our 12 volt power and the 12 volt negative. So positive and negative, and that just hooks up to the original wiring harness. In the actual controller on top, we have the battery gauge. It's built into where sort of your fuel hole was for adding the fuel. So it's just basically in that position. And same with the other LD, it's just in a different position. They just literally, like all our kits, bolt in to the existing chassis. There is no cutting, no welding, no modifications. That just bolts into your LD. You do have to strip all the old tank and engine out, and obviously also the torsion bar. You've got to take that out, do away with that, just clean it all up, and then just bolt this kit in, like all our kits. simple installation, no modification. Thank you very much.